It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Indeed, my man, indeed. You know what? With the second royal baby having been born on Saturday, there's now what they call a spare heir. But how exactly will that child grow up? Well, this morning we've got educational psychologist Anel Annandele to chat more about the changes that come with having a second child. Anel, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I know we're talking about the royal family, but I'm going to take some advice for myself as well. I have, my second boy is on the way pretty soon, actually. So let's talk about that. I mean, they're looking after this new baby now. Things are going to change. How exactly is the family dynamics going to change?
I think it's difficult, especially if we talk about the royals, because they're not your average family. And certainly Kate's made motherhood look so easy, hasn't she?
She has, absolutely.
It's been incredible. But when you look at the average family, I think some of the things that you can expect is definitely a lot more pressure on the mom than before. I mean, now you're trying to do the whole baby thing and you've got this little toddler wanting all of your attention. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. I think we'll probably see a little bit more of a behavioural issue, some regression possibly in little George. Parents can expect to possibly the other parent having to spend more time with the elder child. And the hardest part, I think, is less time together for the parents. You're just trying to cope with the kids, so trying to find alone time is hard. And I think especially in the case of the royals, where already, privacy is an issue for them, that might be tricky.
But luckily there are also kind of private people, so they will manage it, and I think they're going to take this parenting role very seriously, because now they have Prince George, who's 2, and that he's grown up, they've been through it, but now they have to go back to the beginning again and start all over again. It's going to be tough on them, for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the fact, because they say that the spare heir, she's never likely to actually wear the crown, so obviously growing up there's going to be feelings of jealousy, which is a nasty emotion, if I can put it like that. It's very nasty, especially amongst kids. What can the Duke and Duchess do to try and avoid this?
And it certainly wouldn't be anything strange for her to have the jealousy. It would be perfectly natural. Luckily, as you say, because of the rules for succession, I mean, she's never really in competition with them. But things that they could do, I think, for all parents is don't compare them, as hard as it might be. Try and really tease out their own unique personalities. And to do that, you need to spend time with your children alone, by themselves. See what their talents are. Try not to encourage them to do the same extramurals if you can. Try and split those.
Yeah. Unless they really have the same interest. It's different then.
Absolutely. Then you've got a bit of a hard job. But if you can, try and get them to do different things. And, I think it's important as well what children really want is love, attention, to know that they're important and to know that their parents are proud of them. And if you can give them that, that will definitely.
And as a parent, you need to try and find that balance, between the two, making sure that you give attention where it's needed. Looking a little bit further into the future, in terms of the new Duchess, she trying to find her own feet. She's going to be living in the shadow of Prince George. And I mean, that's obvious, especially with him getting more attention, not only, I think mostly from the public as well. But I mean, how will she go about finding her own feet? And I think I can extend that to normal families out there as well.
I think, initially for the younger child, sometimes there's more opportunities for fun because there's less responsibility on them. They can just relax a little bit. Of course, sometimes they might feel that they're not being taken as seriously as the older siblings, so there is a chance for rebellion. But again, it's up to parents to really spend time alone with each child, build that self-esteem, get them to feel proud of who they are, get them to know who they really are. Lots and lots of love and attention, and that's usually a mediating factor.
And I think also because, I mean, we had, Prince William, Prince Harry. Now, Prince Harry was always kind of in the shadow of Prince William, but he grew up just fine. I mean, he did his own thing at the end. I'm sure it was difficult. But in this case, I mean, because she's a girl, it might be a little bit different. It might not be as bad. Absolutely.
I think that definitely helps the situation as well, is that there's less competition because of the difference in the gender.
And there's going to be this protectiveness from Prince George over the new leigh-anne.
Hopefully.
Love it. Anel, thank you so much for joining us. Some great advice, not only for the royals this morning, but also for just us in general. That definitely for myself, expecting that new little boy at the end of the month. Scary stuff. All right, let's continue with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Here's Kat.